guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to solve question 1 of 2020 paper 1 multiple choice question 1. So this one here is on the non-calc paper. I'll just be showing you how to go through this exact question here. If you want the full exam, just check it out in this playlist here. And if you're interested in a custom math methods exam built by myself, check the link in the description below, or it'll be on the side somewhere, okay? But otherwise, let's get straight into it. So here, question 1, the graphs of f of x equals e of the x and g of x equals x squared minus 1 are shown. The shaded area of the section is bounded by these graphs and the line x equals 1 and x equals 0. And here we're asked to work out pretty much the area, okay? So pretty much if you want the area between functions, you need to work out which one is your top function here, okay? The reason for this is because if an integral, so let's just say we have, let's say f of x here, just some generic thing. If the area under a curve, so this section here between two bounds, is the integral, what that means is that idea still applies when you have another guy down here as well. Let's call that g of x, okay? So if I want this area here in the red, that would be the integral of a to b of g of x. Therefore, if I want that middle center, aka the area between curves, it's going to be this black area we just calculated, subtract this red area pretty much, okay? Now, that will be the same in this situation here. However, the big idea we've got to do is combine it under one integral here. So here, because they have the same bounds, we can combine it under one integral. So f of x minus g of x. Now, using this generic formula will not work in every question. In my opinion, you should replace f of x with top and this one with bottom. So pretty much the area between curves is the top function minus the bottom function between this given bounds, okay? So if we apply this idea now to this situation here, okay? So here, let's identify our function. So e of x is this guy here in the pink, okay? Oh, not pink, purple. This guy here in the yellow must be this guy here. Now how I could tell is because that is a quadratic, therefore it has to have two intercepts minimum because it's a smiley face. And here the reason why I knew that was the exponential is because that doesn't actually touch the x-axis at all. This is your top function. This is your bottom function. Therefore, if I'm trying to find the area between these regions here, I'm going to set up the integral. Now my bounds, my lower bound is x equals 0. My upper bound is x equals 1. So this area here is going to be the top function, which is e of the x, subtract the bottom function, which is x squared minus 1. Don't forget to put a negative around the entire thing there, okay? Now before we do anything, we have to expand that negative just to make it easier, okay? Remember, this is tech free, okay? So here if I multiply it out, you'll get x squared negative x squared plus 1 dx. Now we've got to integrate that. The integral of e of the x does not change at all. So it's just going to be e of the x. When I integrate negative x squared, that's going to be negative x to the power of 3 over 3 because we've added 1 to the power and divided by that new power. And then 1 will just turn to x. Okay. Don't need a plus c with bounds because it would cancel out anyway. Then we chuck in the 1 first. Now, a lot of people are going to skip the 0 because they think the 0 will not matter. That is false. The 0 will matter in this situation here because when we put a 0 to a power, it will make the thing equal to 1. So here, if we chuck in the 1 first, you'll have e to the 1 minus 1 cubed over 3 plus 1, and then subtract. Then you chuck in the 0. So chuck in the 0 everywhere, even though it will turn to 0 in some aspects. But it's more important that you see where it doesn't turn into 0, okay? So here, that turns to 0, that turns to 0, that turns into positive 1, so you've got to keep note of that. This will turn into e, this will turn into minus a third, plus 1, minus negative, or minus 1. So the 1's cancel out, so you're left with e minus a third. So whatever answer matches that, which would be D, okay? A lot of working for the first question here. However, it is super simple if you already know how to start the question. Now, in my opinion, you should already know how to start the question. If not, you probably need a bit more practice. If you need a new custom exam and you finished all the past ones, check out the link below. But otherwise, I'll see you in the next video where I'll be going over question 2 in exact detail. If you want me going through the whole exam, just check out the playlist there. This one is already up on the channel. Thank you.